Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing? How are you, Gavin?
I'm wonderful, Diana. Wonderful,
Awesome.
wonderful.
Thanks for coming on. Today is on the flip side, and specifically the first Monday every month, we love to talk about mindsets. And so
Yes, we do.
today's topic is we are going to be talking about belief and decisions, which I think is two very important things. And I'm so excited for you to just tell us your opinion about it and and how we can help improve our belief system and how decision is very integrated with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So wonderful to be here. And if anyone's watching us live, please let us know. Give us a love or like button, hit the like button. If you have a question for us here while we're live, please just pop that in the comments. And if you're watching on the replay, just hashtag replay. Let us know you're out there. So, so yeah, belief. You know, belief I've always found to be a bit of a, like, it's kind of like almost like a strange kind of topic to even grab hold of. So, you know, one of the things that I learned, like, what is a belief?
Mhm.
Let's start there. And my favorite definition of belief is by Joseph Murphy, and he said, a belief is an idea that you've accepted as true. And one of the biggest beliefs that we really want to be having is self-belief. That self-belief is the cornerstone of your success and my success and the belief of every single person who's watching or listening to this call today. So it really does come down to self-belief and believing you can do it. So one of the very powerful truth that I want to share with you here, Diana, today, and to everybody watching, is that there's a difference between belief and like deciding to do something. So normally we make a decision to do something when we believe, you know we believe. And if we don't make the decision to move ahead with something, then somewhere there's doubt or unbelief or disbelief.
Yeah, that's
So
pretty interesting.
yeah. So the thing I want everyone to know is that you can make a decision even if you don't have the belief yet. It's a powerful truth. And you build belief. Like they're like two separate things. They're like two separate processes, if you know, if you want to think about it that way, or two separate things in your mind. So you can make a decision and you build belief as you go. And one of the most powerful ways to build belief is to be taking action. And just think about, if like a jury in a court of law, for example, there's a prosecutor and there's the defense. And the prosecutor is building a case. What are they doing? They're building belief in the jury. And how are they building the belief? They are presenting them with evidence. So evidence will build belief. So here's some tips that I would suggest for people. Number one is, well, know that you can make a decision to pursue something even if you don't believe yet. So the first truth is you can build belief. So affirm positive statements, an affirmation, a positive statement from yourself to yourself. To affirm means to make it firm in your mind. I'm doing this. I'm going to build a belief. I'm going to move. I'm going to take the action. So, and then you take action and then you get feedback. Like there's a response from the world. There's a response from the universe. There's a response from wherever the feedback is coming. And you take the feedback and you can look at it. And if it's positive feedback, excellent. You go like, oh, okay, I'm getting evidence that I'm moving in the right direction. I have a client of mine that I'm working with right now, and that's what's happening to him.
That's
His
very
business is
interesting.
opening up. Yeah. So So you build
I
the
just want to
evidence.
give
Go
an
ahead, jump in,
are
please.
yeah, I was gonna say, is that the all the tips, or is there what and one more? I think you said the 4, right?
Yeah, so you can build belief in a number of ways. You're going to affirm it. You can make a decision just to go for something. You look at the evidence. Ultimately, like evidence is a very strong builder of belief. But you don't build evidence unless you've taken some action. So you have to take action. In fact, action is evidence of your belief. So you want to think of it like kind of like a snowball compounding effect. So yeah, but I think for somebody starting out, if you don't fully believe or you have doubt, just know that you can make a decision to go ahead and you will build belief and you will build the evidence as you take action and move forward.
Yeah, that's very interesting because I want to give you an example in my life, and I want to see
Please.
if you think, and I think it's good for the audience, also think of examples in your life when this has happened, and even let us know in the comments, if you have when you've believed in something and it has come to you. I think it'd be very interesting. It helps to reflect. But I'm going to give my example. Curious your thoughts on it, and if this is like on the right track. Because initially I was thinking, no, you have to believe to make the decision. But now thinking of what you said, I was just thinking, for example, real estate. I got into a phase where I was really bored at work. And so I started doing a lot of research in real estate because I wanted to know how to run it as a business. And at that time, I can tell you that I didn't believe that that was possible because of like what you hear in the general public of how real estate works. And it was actually, I have to say that once I understood how to do it and I figured it out, that's actually when I would say that decision happened that I am going to do it. I'm going to be a full-time real estate investor. And then I started like that. Then I got into real estate communities, and then I just started looking into it. And I could tell you that was the point when I finally had connected the dots logically or like theoretically, that I was like, oh, okay, this is how you do it. Now I have to figure out how to implement it within my life and how I would do it. I felt that's when that actually decision happened. And before, I would say I didn't really believe, but I know I wanted to. I've always wanted to do real estate, but I can't say that I knew how it would work to go full time into it. I didn't believe that I could be a full-time real estate investor. And so yeah, I hit that point of where I did enough research, I guess, that it really made me understand that actually how to be a full-time real estate investor.
So would you say, thanks for sharing, that was really great. So would you say something in me is saying you had some belief, otherwise you wouldn't have even gone to find out how? You must have had something. You must have kind of thought somewhere, you must have thought there was a possibility that you could do it. So somewhere there must have been some degree of belief that became strengthened. Would you say that, or was that
I would say that at the beginning, what it was that I knew real estate was the vehicle that would help me to generate extra income. I never actually
believe that.
I definitely believed that 100%. I had a huge belief in that. But believing, it never came into my mind to be a full-time real estate investor because of the only people that I knew that did this is like firms, big companies, and I didn't understand like how that worked. And so I never thought that. I was like, oh, I probably have to go to schooling and get all this stuff done that I did. I'm like, I did engineering. They did something else. They probably went into like business finances. Who knows what it is that you do for that. And so because of that, I never thought of the option of being a full-time real estate investor because I only saw, I guess, in one frame of mind of what it was. So that was the learning phase because initially I wasn't thinking to really be full-time. I was more thinking that I just want to use this vehicle to my benefit to make me some extra money so that I can provide myself more freedom of time and money type of thing.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing then, if we want to break it down, is that you had belief in
Real
real
estate.
estate as a way, as a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
You believed in that,
Yes,
and there was a
100%.
lot of evidence for that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You can see
Even in
that?
my family also bought real estate, so
Yeah.
I
So
saw
there's
it.
all this evidence. So what you didn't perhaps maybe have evidence of whether you could do it
Full time.
full
That was
time.
it.
There's all
It was
these
the
rules
full
and
time
caveats.
part. Yeah,
Yeah.
the full time part I didn't think I
Yeah.
could do,
Yeah.
or it wasn't even my mind, to be honest, until I started
Mm.
learning about it more.
Yeah. So you started to build up an understanding, and then your belief and your ability to do it increased.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, when probably that decision, no, not even at the decision point, but once I went into the communities and I did a course on real estate. It wasn't our, yeah, I was on real estate, the basics of real estate, but
Mhm.
it was yeah, I just like reaffirmed things more. And then it was when, for example, that obsession of is where it came from, is when I did that course, and I guess I saw how people are moving and I got to really know how the speakers were actually doing things. That's when I really became very obsessed with it. And
Mm.
I just like went running. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm doing this.
Mhm. A decision.
Yes, the decision. That was, I feel
Yeah.
like, the second decision, that I feel like
Yeah.
that one was where it was really solidified, I guess. Like, yeah. Or that it could be full time. That at that course is where I was like, oh, I can do this full time. The other one was more, I can I can do real estate. I just like I can do real estate at a bigger scale. I wasn't really thinking full time,
Mm.
but I could do it at a bigger scale where at least I could reduce or I could increase my income some more to give myself freedoms. But that at that next course is when I was like, oh, I can do this full time. This
Yeah.
is happening, and the obsession of like I'm getting it done.
So do you remember what changed? Like what the belief, because this is the whole thing, like belief and decision are amazing things really, because they totally control our lives and the path we go on. So do you remember what the belief was that changed? Like was it like, oh, you know what? Do you remember what it was?
The belief
Hmm.
to go full time. The belief actually, but for the decision.
Yeah, do you remember? If not, that's okay too.
I don't know if the belief I can say what it is exactly. It was
Mhm.
more of a feeling, I would say. I just really felt that I can do this. And I
Yeah.
don't know what they said because it was a course on just the basics of real estate, actually.
Mhm.
Um, and it was on wholesaling. So like one specific strategy, which I didn't even do or I've done, but I mean, that wasn't my thing. But I think it was more of the energy they provided in the courses, um, the wanting them to helping us, making us connect with all the members. It was very
Yeah.
much trying to connect with people, talk to people, like putting yourselves in the environment around other real estate investors or even like new
Mm.
real estate investors, just being around them. And it was just a feeling all of a sudden that came that I felt like I could do it.
Yeah. And then you did.
And then I
That's
did,
wonderful.
yeah.
So what do you think the message is for the people who are in your community here? Where are they at mostly in their journey?
Yeah, I think we have people from all over the place, actually.
Mm.
Lots of new investors, I'm sure, which I hope you guys are getting ready. I feel like some really great opportunities are coming. So I feel like this is a great time to actually be learning and getting ready for some really good opportunities to come. But I think before all that, which is something that we also talk in your mastermind, is that
Mhm.
getting that goal,
Yeah.
getting that right goal is very important. I feel like, to be honest, a goal, like you said, so you said that you don't have to believe it, but you have to decide to create that goal to start moving forward.
Yeah, it's a
Do things to
decision.
help yourself believe, which that's
Mhm.
why I was thinking that I wanted to do real estate. I didn't, and it was the just being involved. And I think being in the communities and learning that
Mhm.
helped me believe.
Yeah, because the other thing that happens is, and this is the job of a coach or a mentor, is that they believe in you until you can believe in yourself.
Hmm.
And if you're in a community of other people who believe, you can borrow their belief.
Or they,
So
yeah, they
it's so
also help you
powerful.
believe.
Sorry?
They also help you believe.
Yeah,
Sometimes when you're down,
yeah,
I feel like they'll also bring you up to just
yeah,
get you going, because I feel like you go through a lot of ups and downs.
yeah, you will.
Hmm.
So yeah, so I think it's important to realize that sometimes like the emotion can come up, but the emotion is not or discomfort in particular is not like a reason to stop, you know? So, so yeah, so what are some communities that you have? That's what you have here, isn't it? Like people can reach out to you, I would imagine, as part of this community
Yeah, people, yeah,
for a
we have,
positive environment if they wanted to be in that.
yeah, there's this community that people can get involved in, and it can help. We all help to stimulate each other. Even getting into like the networking events, I know that people love the networking events because you get to do that one-on-one chatting with people and getting to meet different people. And I think those are the kind of things that help keep you motivated. That was one of the biggest things that I think that I learned, was that you really do need to submerge yourself around the right kind of people. Because
Mhm.
if you don't, like that, once you're getting down, if you don't have your, oh, I feel like you'll always need the support, especially in the down part. Because when you're down, you really struggle to bring yourself up, and you need those people around you to help you, prop you up, or just even by hearing what they're saying, it kind of motivates you. Just the community will really help in maintaining you going forward. I feel like when you don't have that, it's very easy. I feel like people can easily give up on themselves and just give
Mhm.
up, like, it's not, I can't do it, whatever, you give up.
Yeah,
Whereas at least if you have the community, you can talk it through with people. And not even sometimes about the problem. Sometimes you just want to hear someone else talking about things. And that
yeah,
just kind of makes you feel better. Like, okay, I'm ready to
yeah.
start going. Or if you see people actually showing what they're doing, I feel like that also helps motivate them. Cause like, oh, why am I not doing that? Okay, I need to
Mhm.
get working. I need to take action.
Yeah. So I think if anyone's trying to do this or anything on their own, bad move. Not necessary to do that. Really, I think it's so important. And it's just a fact, really. It's so important to get into a community of people who are there to support you, and hire a mentor or a coach of some kind, really, that's going to help you to move forward and execute and help you through those moments of doubt, and just really understand what's going on in your own mind. So
100%.
yeah,
Yeah, I feel like the outside view is always needed.
yeah,
Can't self-diagnose, I notice.
yeah,
I feel like
unfortunately.
it doesn't always work that well. You can only do, or you do it only to a certain extent. But then if you really want to actually know, I feel like it's like the outside person that can
Hmm.
really pull it out, or see. Usually it's see it, because I feel like we'll self-diagnose thinking it's one thing. And then another person from the outside will actually see something completely different that can ask the question, and you're like, oh.
Yeah. So here's what we see at Conway Consulting is that people don't make these changes on their own.
Mhm.
So it is hard to self-diagnose, and it's hard to see your own blind spots. So,
Mhm.
so yeah, so it's so important to get the assistance and be in the right community. So yeah,
100%. Any final words that you would like to tell the viewers?
well, I would just like to recap really. So you don't have to believe in order to make a decision. So the question is, do you want to do it? Do you want to make the investment? Do you want to do whatever it is, the decision that you're perhaps getting caught on making or not making, or usually we try and put off the decision. So do you want to do it? Whatever it is, do you want to do it? If the answer is yes, make the decision to do it.
100%.
And build the belief as you go. And come up with an affirmation for yourself. But also it must take action. So once you make the decision, you flip yourself and your mind onto the frequency where other ideas or other thoughts or other people will start to show up and
Well,
help you manifest and move forward with the decision and what you're trying to achieve in life.
Well, I think that, yeah, the decision doesn't really actually become a decision until you've actually taken action, I feel like, right?
Yeah, for sure. Well, it's like decision is like the first step, then action is the second step. So yeah.
Yeah. I feel like once you get to that point of decision, you're already feel like you feel yourself already moving.
Yeah.
The decision's been made. So you're already like getting going.
Yeah. And then you have to keep making the decisions. So don't make it once and then stop. You got to keep making them that move you towards the goal or whatever you're trying to achieve.
So if you guys tell us what your decisions are, what decisions are you guys going to make? Let us know in the comments of what decisions you're going to make, what actions you're going to take to get to whatever your goal is, your real estate goals are.
Or if you're struggling to make a decision, I think reach out to us as well.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll help you make it.
Yeah. We'll definitely clarify.
Awesome.
That's for sure.
Beautiful.
Awesome, Gavin. Thank you so
Diana.
much for coming on.
It's
always so much fun having you on.
And we'll see everyone
Wonderful to be at the next episode.
Okay.
Bye, Gavin.
Thank you.
Bye,
see you all soon. Bye-bye.